Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus with you on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we are Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And today's message, if you'll just give me a moment to bring understanding to it, I promise you, this is the salvation of your life, of your family, of your home, of the world that you're looking for, the peace that you're looking for. If you'll just give me 10 minutes to put this together. We're going to be in our holy text, Asha 15. And last night in meditation, Spirit was showing me the world as a school. Now this school, it's about consciousness. It's about learning and growing to raise the evolution of the earth to higher dimensions, to a better world, where there's love without the hate, there's peace and joy without the war and fighting. It's a good world that evolves to better and better. And so this school, this learning takes place in our minds and its consciousness. And what the dark system has set out to do is to remove the consciousness of man. Because when you remove the conscience from man, you kill the human. All that's left is the beast, the animal, that's just driven by instinct. And that's where you see the greed and the violence and the war. And my friends, if we can tap in to that consciousness that lives from a place of understanding. You understand the beast nature. Matter of fact, I heard a great example of this. Stay with me, guys. I promise you, this is going to change your life. I heard a biologist talking about, imagine a flock of birds, and they always migrate to their breeding grounds, but one of the birds gains consciousness. He awakens to this higher consciousness that deals in understanding instead of ununderstanding, right? Non-understanding, where the birds in flight, they don't understand why, they just do it out of instinct. It's in their very DNA and genes. But he looks down this awakened bird with his consciousness, and he sees an island. And it's got fruit trees and a good climate and no predators. And he thinks to himself, I'm going to go down there. And it goes against just that instinct that has been inbred into them. And Spirit was showing me like a school. Right, you don't have a choice, at least in the country I live. If a parent doesn't send his child to their schooling, their education, they go to jail. And in this school, you have to be there at a certain time. You can leave at a certain time. You can eat when they tell you to eat. You can go to the bathroom if you raise your hand and ask permission to go to the bathroom. You'll take a break when they say take a break. And it's very controlling. My friends, and you're not allowed to break away from that. It's the same with the religions. And it doesn't matter if you understand it, if it's even reasonable. It's just how it is. And that gets passed in our very genes and DNA. And that's why today you see in the world religions, they feed you an idea of a God that can get angry, jealous, he can hate, he can war, kill men, women, and children. He likes bloody sacrifice, and you never question it. You just go along, because that's what Mom and Dad said, Grandma and Grandpa said, the community says, the government says, the tribe says, the flock says, but my God, we saw an island. My friends, we awoken this God consciousness. We saw an island with good fruit and good climate and no predators, and we want to fly towards it. And the group cries, you cannot do that. And they scream, crucify. My friend, and there's even a battle that takes place inside of us. Am I bad for breaking away? They told me this is evil. This is against God. This is against what's right, and a battle takes place inside of our very hearts and minds. And my friends, that's the only war you're ever really going to fight. And when you win that war, my friends, the freedom comes. Asha 15 says that salvation comes from speaking the truth. We are only bound by the lies that we tell ourselves, that we repeat to ourselves. We heard, we learned from their education, their churches, their temples, their synagogues, their governments, and we repeat them to ourselves, even though it rips us apart inside. If we would just speak the truth. Be brave enough to speak the truth. Where do we find the truth? My friends, in your heart of hearts, there's a divine spark, that God spark that knows the truth, that knows what good is and knows what bad is, and why when you're a child and they told you these stories of this God that kills men, women, and children, wars, you can never win with this God. He'll treat you real good as long as you're doing exactly what you're told. And don't forget to give the priest your money. My friends, my God, if you'll go inside, there's a truth, there's a light, there's a pure God. That's what Zoroaster means, pure light. It's unmixed. It's not good and evil. It doesn't say good and evil. It doesn't love and hate. It's pure good. It's in you. That's why you recognize it when you're hearing it. Even if you're fighting what I'm saying right now, it resonates in your heart of hearts, even though your brain is fighting, and there's this torment and fight between your brain and your heart. And you're told, don't listen to people like me. You're going to get deceived. You're going to go to hell. God will be mad at you. But in your heart, it's saying, this is truth. God is just love, and you know if you just come into that pure love, that hate, fear, and greed will go away. God is just pure light, and there's no darkness and confusion and worry and suffering in this pure light. That darkness can't enter this light. Those gods, they can't enter this pure spirit. They can't torment you anymore in your hearts and minds. The dark system wants to take away your consciousness, your understanding. They want you just to get in line and follow. Follow their teachings. Follow their lives. Asha 15. Grab your book, Asha. If you don't have it, I'll leave a link in the drop-down description. It's the teachings of the Magi. All money goes to charity. Asha 15 says, giving true witness, a man will be saved. Only think and speak truth to yourself, and it will form. Think God's highest idea of truth, Asha, and live. Keep the power of truth in mind. Make it your model. Then trust God and let it be. Because you will see it already is. My friends, truth already is. It's substance, it's reality. It's what was, is, and forever shall be. And as soon as you start speaking the truth to yourself, you're going to see it. Because it's reality. All those things you feared, they're not true. Those gods aren't real. My friends, those systems aren't real. That education isn't real. The real is that truth, that pure spirit hidden in your heart. And when you live from that place, speak from that place, act from that place, we create Asha, heaven on earth. The exact earth that the perfect creator created out of his perfect mind, because he could come up with nothing else. But my friends, people, they've chosen just to fall in line. It's easier, right? I always think of like Galileo and the Pope. Galileo knew how the orbit of the sun and the earth was, but it went against what the Catholic Church taught, right? They said that's against what the Bible says. Now we know it's true, right? But what do? They want to ostracize and persecute. I think of the women making aspirin out of tree bark, and they burn them as witches. Now we know they were right, and those religious fanatics were wrong. But you didn't dare go against the flock. You didn't use that intuition. You didn't use your own heart that God gave you, that divine spark. You just stay in line. But every once in a while, one of us Ashavans, we awaken up and we fly to that beautiful island and we call out for others to join us. Not a lot do, my friends, but those that do, they find paradise. And the most beautiful thing is they find it in themselves. You find that peace you've been looking for. You find that joy you've been looking for, where you can finally say out loud, Asha is. The perfect creator's perfect idea is. Love is. Peace is. Joy is. God good is, just like you knew. And now you know it. You become one with it. You are it. I love you.